All right.
All right.
Welcome back to week 2 of our Built to Scale
Built
podcast.
to scale. Welcome. I'm Briar from Bateman Furniture.
And I'm Luca from Scale Up Spaces. Diving right in. All right.
Okay.
So, Briar, tell us a little bit about your week. I know you guys closed a few big jobs. It's been a hectic week and right on the tail of actually quite an exciting week next week. So,
So we finished up a big job that we were installing for a month and a half. So lots of millwork went into this cottage.
This is the one with all the bunk beds?
Yeah. It had 6 bunk beds in total.
Yeah, that's just insane. Like,
Yeah.
I find
6 bunk beds in one room.
Oh, all in one room?
All in one room.
And or is this also where you guys could expand, or is it another room, another project? You guys are doing lots of bunk beds right now.
Lots of bunk beds. So this in particular room has drawings to add 2 more
Okay.
for need be. If
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just because we need it.
Yeah,
sometimes.
more grandkids.
More
basically,
grandkids.
yeah.
Just
So no pressure to their kids at all.
Just keep an eye out.
Anyways, so yeah, we were able to finish that off and just kind of clean up the shop because we've been a little hectic lately and get kind of resituated just in time for our lean manufacturer training that's starting.
Yeah, you guys have been prepping for that for a little bit. I know it's finally come time to do it.
Yeah.
You've been implementing as many lean practices as you kind of know.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be great to have like an expert come in, assess the situation, see what other companies have been doing, and give you some of that advice.
Well, and that's just it, right? Like, so there's so many different things that they've seen that we haven't even thought of, really. So it'll be exciting to see their perspective in it. And like footprint wise, our shop is a big square. Like our shop's a big shop.
You guys have a big shop.
Footprint wise, but in terms of volume, we're not a very big shop.
No, everything's very custom and detail oriented.
Exactly.
So it's like
it's how do we become more efficient without
losing that
mm-hmm.
in-house expertise
feeling.
and making sure that everything is still to the highest quality.
Yeah. So this has been months in the works, so because we had to go for a government grant, and then the ice storm happened, and we weren't sure what was happening in terms of cash flow. So long time coming, but we're finally there. Finally going to start it. Find out what it's all about. The staff's all curious what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Actually, like some of the advice that they're going to give you and what that really looks like. At the end of the day, do you start on Monday or what's that?
So they're coming to assess on Tuesday.
Okay.
So they're coming on Tuesday. They're going to do their assessment. So when they come in to start the project, they've already kind of sat in and saw different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see kind of the staff.
Yeah.
And how they kind of take it, and whether they're as excited for it as I am, I don't know. I think there's a little uncertainty.
Yeah, I think change is always a little like, you just don't know. But from talking to a lot of the guys, like they're all for like efficiency, improving workflow.
100%.
Like we've gotten lots of feedback from them about like, here's some little tweaks that can happen.
Yeah,
just to make it
no,
for
easier. Sure. There's always concern like the male ego, right? Like what's wrong with the way I've been doing it?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
This always worked. Why change it now?
Yeah, but I think having someone that's not just you express some of these efficiencies a little bit more different.
100%.
Like, and especially coming from someone that like this is all they do. This is improve efficiency in shops. So it's having that third party.
Yeah, and the nice thing is too, it's gonna be feedback from the staff.
Yeah.
Like these are problems that they see. Okay, well, why haven't we addressed these problems if you see it?
Yeah.
Right? Like, so lean manufacturing almost takes all some of the onus too off the management into, well, you're able to implement this as an employee. Why don't you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, and it empowers them.
It empowers them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, again, I think we've seen it even in slight changes that have been made throughout the shop recently. It's like the first little bit, it's getting that rust off and just going, okay, it's going to change.
Yeah.
And it feels a little weird right now.
Yeah.
But
and it's create those new habits.
Exactly. It takes 21 days to create a habit. So we've seen it. Again, we talked about it last time, I think. 3 months. 3 months is
Well-
what it takes for it to feel like, oh, okay.
Right.
Things
To see the progress. 3 months to see the progress
Yeah.
of the changes. Like,
so.
now, obviously, there's some immediate stuff, but
Well, yeah, but again, I think for it to feel like this is just what we do, it's
Yeah.
going to take a little bit of time.
I'm just excited to see an outside perspective, to get different insights of, how our office flows, how our transition from the office to the shop,
Yeah.
from the shop to the install, and to the final stages, wrapping up with customers and different things. Like, I'm excited for it all.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be awesome to get that outsider's perspective, take the things that, implement as all the things that they suggest, but then go, okay, maybe this one just didn't fit quite right, and we tweak it a little bit. And I don't think anything is ever going to be perfect.
No.
That's just not
It's
the
always
reality.
going to be changing.
But it's being okay with the change and making sure that, you're a part of it. Like,
Right.
you are taking those steps to change, to improve,
Right.
because nothing's going to stay
No,
the
and
same.
if you stay the same, you'll fall behind.
You're just going to
Way
disappear.
behind. Gonzo. But I'm really excited because we have a guest speaker today.
We do have a guest speaker. We do have a guest speaker today, and I get the chance to kind of pick his brain and chat a little bit about his
Yeah.
background in the construction industry
Yeah.
and how things basically.
He's my business partner with Bateman Furniture and my father-in-law.
It's a
So,
2 for 1.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
So it'll be great. Yeah, I'll bring in Paul in just a second here.
Yeah. Perfect.
Thanks, Briar.
No worries.
So Paul, welcome to Built to Scale, the recent podcast we started.
Good to be here.
Appreciate it. Last week we talked about a little bit of our background, some of the thoughts.
All your background, because you're so old.
All of my background.
Got it.
I mean more of like why there is Scale Up Spaces, how we came up with it. So.
Right.
And like we were talking about Briar and you getting Bateman's and just some of the ideas we had originally. So it's awesome.
And this is a great tie-in.
This is a great tie-in, having you on the podcast, telling us a little bit about your background, kind of, being at, I was going to say Bateman's, but being at Home Hardware before you joined retirement and then immediately left to join Bateman's.
Correct.
So welcome, Paul.
I get asked often when I talk about Scale Up whether it's specifically for Bateman's, and I try to explain that it's not necessarily specifically for Bateman's. It's for a large audience of people.
Yeah.
Bateman's is just kind of a benefit for those people when they come in. They can come in, they're building a house, they have options to buy their cabinetry from us. So it's kind of a win-win.
It ties in nicely.
Ties it in. Yeah, it does. But yeah, I came from a home hardware world for a lot of years, and
a lot. What's a lot, Paul?
well, I started when I was 15, and I'm almost 60, so I'm getting up there.
Just a few.
But yeah, so there was lots of stories at the home hardware.
Yeah, you've like told us a few times about like people can't visualize anything. Like you've seen it happen.
No, that's true.
Firsthand.
They come in and and I don't blame them, depending on the world they're in. If they're in the tech world, they're not into the So
you're seeing everything in 27 inches.
Right. And some people don't know measurements.
Yes.
They're not in a world where they're using a tape measure, so they don't understand that a foot is 12 inches. And what is that? I mean, over the years, talking to people about measurements, you say 3 feet, they don't know how big 3 feet is. They don't have a clue. And I don't blame them. They're just in a different world. And
yeah.
So.
But I do think that makes it really challenging if you're working on
right
a cabinet for them and they're expecting one thing and you deliver it and they're like, oh.
Right. I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah.
So Scale Up to me is a great visualization for people that can't visualize dimension and size.
And I think it's also nice to just get everyone on the same page. Like, I think,
right.
You're seeing it one way, Briar's seeing it another, I'm seeing it another. Because we have our own imagination at the end of the day. But if you bring all three of us in and you put it on the ground and on the wall, you're like, we all have to see this.
There's no question. We're
Yeah.
all looking at the same
Yeah.
picture, so to speak, and the best is a visualization and getting the dimension, because when you say your room's this big, well, some people don't have an idea of how big that really is or how small it is.
Yeah.
You know, yesterday we delivered some cabinets to a client, and it was a large hallway, probably 8 feet wide, and the cupboards were 2 feet. And he actually said, so when you put the cupboards in, I'll be left with what, just under 3 feet. Well, 8 feet minus 2 feet is 6 feet, which
Yep.
is a lot. Most
Yeah.
people's hallways are not 8 feet, but he had no idea the
Yeah.
dimensions.
And yeah, I think it's just, if you don't deal with it day in and day out, it's
Right,
harder.
right.
And then even if you do, then you still have to communicate it. You have to be able to walk through it
Right.
with people and just
it
give
is
them that.
really explaining to the customer what, I mean, that's pretty much, I'm going to say, probably any business. It's all
Yeah.
about communication and giving them the information, because what do they say? You know, knowledge is king, right?
Yeah. And I think with us, you've seen it firsthand now. When we first started, we did just the blueprints on the floor.
Yes.
And that was like, wow, the first time. And now we've kind of gotten a little desensitized to it because we
Yeah.
see it so often. But I
Yeah.
think the one thing that went wow again for us is when we were able to bring in the VR and the AR.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're really going, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
This is what my
Yeah.
house
The
is gonna
first
look
time
like.
I seen the one job with the
Closet.
closet,
Yeah.
how can you not know what it's going to look like?
You can see the grain. You're
It's like you're standing in the closet, and
Yeah.
it's just in your eyes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a cool,
Yeah.
unique thing. Like, and I think that's being like obsessed with tech. I would say myself. Like, it blows my mind that a lot of design is still like 2D, or best case you're getting a 3D rendering.
Right.
Like, you're not really.
This is like live.
Yeah, this is like what you're getting. This is the final
Yeah,
product.
Like I say,
bef-
that closet, that was just seeing it in the VR. There's not going to be the client's not going to have any question of what it's going to be as a finished product.
Yeah.
Whereas before we would sketch it out or we would draw it
It's a lot
and
of-
try and give them an idea, but you still really have no idea.
Yeah,
But seeing it like that is
yeah, that was a wow moment for me
Yeah.
too. And I've been in VR for
yeah,
a few different things.
yeah,
So no,
yeah.
that's
It's definitely gonna change the game with people coming in. Whether they're, like you say, it's good for medical field. It's good for all kinds of field. Anything you need, any kind of scale
yeah.
to get an idea of, you know, whether you're renovating a basement or you're doing a bathroom or you're building a apartment or you're anything, like I say, medical. It could be automotive.
Yeah.
I did talk to a friend of mine who worked at Honda, and he said that would be very good for a use at Honda.
Yeah, I think there's endless use cases just because it's so versatile.
Yeah,
We've got it in here for like true scale. We can bring it to them
Right.
to see it in their space.
right.
It's just, I think people need to know that it's an option.
Right.
And then I think there's just going to be endless doors that open in
Right.
terms of.
Like, I don't think we've even thought of everything it could
No.
technically be used for. But it seems every time I talk to somebody or I think about something, I go, hey, that would work for that.
Yeah, yeah.
We could use that for scale up would work for this. It would work like.
It just keeps,
So I think it's endless because we live in space.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think to have it in scale works for.
Anything.
I don't think there's anything that it doesn't really work for.
Yeah, I've seen there's this guy online that he sells private jets.
Oh,
And they've got a similar system, not like projections to the same
Yeah.
size, but they've just got one big screen, like call it this whole wall. and they'll show you like the inside of the fuselage. Like, okay, for this plane, it's this big. For this plane, it's this big.
Oh.
So you can see the height and you can see the width. So you can get a
Which
sense of
is-
like, if I can stand in this plane, or am I like ducking
Yeah,
down just
yeah.
to like, be able to walk through?
Similar to the video Briar was showing. Was it you, Briar, showing us the video of? It was a guy doing his exercises in the plane, and obviously he was in first class. And then it showed a guy trying to do the same exercise in a regular seat, and he was like knocking stuff over, and yeah.
Yeah, it's
So like, there's a use that you wouldn't even really think of until you've seen that.
yeah. And then for us, I think on the personal side, it's just super fun to put any video.
Oh,
or
yeah.
anything on there.
Yeah, yeah. We've had some fun with videos on the floor, on the wall.
Yeah, there's that one. I
Maybe even the Jays game would be good on the wall.
think it would be good on the wall. We were talking.
We
about
could even
that.
run around on the field, even if you put it on the floor.
Yeah. We've put the hockey game on the floor, and that's
Yeah, that's
quite something.
yeah.
On the floor, it's a little.
The only
tougher,
thing I
but
will
it's-
say is you gotta be. It's hard to say.
you can't look at the floor one.
No, but even the VR, it can make you dizzy.
Yeah.
I think it's the thing you got to get used to, or you got to do it in small doses at first to get your bearing.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing with the VR, but the AR is nice for us.
That's the one on the iPad,
On the
which
iPad.
so you're just looking at it, and
Yeah.
you're not sort of in that world where you're stuck in it. You can look at it, but you're seeing your surroundings.
Yeah, and I think that's the nice piece with the iPad. It's like anyone can use it. Where
Yeah.
with the VR, we can put you in one spot and you can still get those. Like the
Right.
closet was great. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not super big.
Well, the other good thing with the closet is you can take it to your own space.
Yeah.
We can program it.
Yeah.
We can go to your house, and you can actually look at your
Final
closet,
product.
your
Yeah.
final product at your. You don't even have to come to the space.
Yeah.
So that's to me a great feature. Like that blows my mind.
Yeah, I think the space is great for planning and making sure everything
Yeah.
is dimensionally
Right.
it makes
Yeah.
it makes sense as a flow. But then once we've kind of got that nailed down with our app, you can really just bring it to your place, play
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
We've got the AI, so you could go,
Yeah.
I don't really want these colors, and
Yeah.
you guys get a phone
I know,
call a
it's-
couple
it's-
weeks later going, I
Tech-
don't want white, I want black.
Yeah. Technology's crazy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think there's
There's many uses for sure. It's just. Yeah, I think the sky's the limit with the amount of things you could create in
Yeah.
space.
I think the more people we get through, the more the conversation happens.
Right.
The more we'll see like new people going, oh, I just
Right.
want to try it for
For whatever
what-
field.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we had a conversation with some of our counterparts in the U.S. and they're like, we're using it for SWAT team training, and we're going,
Wow.
that's
That's pretty crazy.
it's pretty great. Like you wouldn't even think of, you know what I mean? Like,
But really, when you think of it, what business
doesn't
couldn't use it?
Yeah,
It's just a
yeah.
matter of what they need it for.
what they need it for. and
Everybody could use it. It's just
What do you?
yeah,
Yeah. What does it mean to you?
yeah. For us, we're in the cabinet
Cabinet.
business, so we think of it kind of limited to that. Whereas it's almost unlimited to what can be used for.
Yeah, and I think for you guys, it's just, I don't think there's anyone globally that actually has a technology like this. That
No,
they can go, oh, I'm spending so much money to redo my kitchen, or I'm
Right.
building my new house and I need my kitchen and cabinets all done. It's a big cost.
it is. Yeah.
And not that you guys don't give them like visuals, but again, it's not like that.
Yeah, it's like
It's not the same
The-
as seeing it.
there's
once it's
programs
delivered.
for computers where you can draw stuff up and you can get a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like, but not, first of all, to scale, and VR, AR.
Yeah.
You know, that technology is kind
get-
of incredible to.
Yeah, and be able to get that like triangle that we talk about quite often of like
Yeah,
in
in,
your
in the
kitchen-
kitchen.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
kitchen,
yeah. Your working triangle. Yeah.
you can actually see your working
Right.
triangle there and then,
Right.
and go, oh yeah, this one feels right, or
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
okay, let's move it a little
Because
bit.
it's important, and I mean, lots of people don't think of that until they've done it and they've made the mistake.
Yeah, and
So if it can avoid a mistake, I mean,
why not?
the cost is well worth it.
Oh, 100%. Like, again, I go, you're building a brand new home.
Yeah, which you've been through.
I've been through. It's kind of like a no-brainer at this point. Like, I wish I had.
Yeah.
Just the opportunity to go.
Yeah.
It's just that excitement at the time that you're like, oh, I'm building it. This is.
For me, it was
so
a little
involved.
different because I was in the world of
home
hardware and building houses for people, and I was able to hear all the mistakes that people made. I wouldn't do this again. I wish I had done this. So I kind of, over years and years had all my, call it ducks in a row, so that it wasn't a huge issue. But I always would say to customers when they would come in and they were planning on building a house, it's a lot. It's a lot of planning, and you really got to think about your space.
Yeah, and if you don't see these day in and day out,
right,
you don't know what you don't know.
And so much, even as something so simple as switches and plugs.
Yeah.
I know when I built my house, my best buddy Dave suggested I make up little cards made out of Bristol board, different colors, and we would staple them to the studs before the house was drywalled and everything. And every time I would go home or I'd go to the build, I would walk in, I would pretend I was going to my bedroom, and I'd go, okay, I want to turn the light on because it's dark. And I don't have a switch here, so that means I got to walk through the whole living room in the dark to get to this switch. So I need a switch over here. And it was constant the whole time I was building. I was wandering, thinking about how I was going to live, and lighting, or I want to put something here, I need a plug.
And I think that's one thing people never think about.
Right. And it's a simple thing, and it's not an easy fix after the fact.
100%. I think we were quite fortunate. Our electrician was good, and I had heard the stories from you guys.
Yeah.
So we thought of it. Like that's the one thing I will constantly preach.
Yeah, me too.
Even at our place in Europe, I built with my parents there. We took everything down to the studs to redo the electrical, and people were looking at us like we're the craziest people on the planet, because they're like, this is a brand new house.
Yeah.
Why are you
doing that?
And I'm like, there's not enough plugs in today's world. Like, plugs we struggle here, and we put a bunch of plugs.
Yeah, exactly.
And then same with switches. Like, it's so inconvenient sometimes, and it's like a small thing. Like, for me, I've added a lot of smart switches just to give myself the flexibility.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't comfortable, or just
they've come up with solutions for some of those issues, but it's not necessarily always the best way.
I think you need multiple options.
Yeah.
Like, even if it is smart, like, you still need to have it in the right place.
Right.
You still need to make sure it's a physical switch, not just connected something, because anything can happen. And especially with, if you don't have stable internet, there's a lot of issues. So you still need that physical touch point.
Yeah. My other suggestion always was with people you really got to consider what you can change down the road and what you can't change. So for instance, you want to put a cheap faucet in your bathroom, that's great. Put it on your sink as a cheap faucet, but don't put a cheap faucet in the shower, because you can't change it. It's tiled in. Similar to, if you think you want in-floor heating, put the pipe in, because once you pour the concrete, you're not going to redo that. So there's a lot of things that you really got to consider, and you can cheap out and fix it later, but there's some things you can't. Well, everything can be fixed, but it's a lot of work. So you got to weigh the cost of what you can fix and what you can't fix. Like I say, the faucet was always a key for me. If because people they get to that point when they're on the finishing, they're maybe running out of money, so they're cheaping out. But I'd always say make sure at least in your shower you put a good faucet, because you're never going to change your faucet.
Yeah, I'd say flooring is one of the big ones. You never really want to redo it. Sure, you can put in carpet and it's not that bad, but
And people always talking, getting back to flooring is, oh, this can be, sanded 5 times. And nobody does. I don't think in the whole time I was in the business, people were sanding their floor down.
Maybe you'll do it once. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but
you're not going again.
Chances are they're not doing it again. But they always would say, oh, we could always sand it, but that's not going to happen.
No. Like, I go, your lights you can pretty much upgrade whenever you want.
Yeah.
Get the spot down. That's the biggest.
Correct.
Get your locations. Oh, my dining room's going to go here. My island's going to be here. I want to set the mood in the living room a little bit more. But you can change the lights when you want.
Right, fixtures you can. Now, pot lights, not so easy. So pot you want to, if you're doing pot lights, you want to get them in the right locations. And to me, key is the space that you're putting them in. You want them square and you want them straight.
Yeah.
And you want them centered. You don't want them just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, give it some thought.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So now you've been on the podcast.
I've been camerized.
You've been camerized.
Correct.
And how does it feel? How does it feel?
Feels good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just laid back. I got somebody good to talk to.
Yeah. It's an
talking
easy
about
chat.
Stuff that we know.
It's an easy chat. You get the right people on here. I think we'll get a third mic eventually.
Get Briar on here too with us.
Get Briar on here. So he's a little camera shy today. Yeah. He didn't want to be on.
I have to be a little careful with him because I can't tell him all my stories.
That's fair. We'll keep those private.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be after hours podcasting
for sure.
But yeah, thanks for being on today.
Okay, thanks for having me
again. And
anytime.
appreciate all the insights.
Thank you.
Bye.